Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for a one shot. Today, we're just taking a casual break to beat the shit out of each other as friends do on occasion. Um,
It's healthy.
it is healthy in D&D. I am your DM, Jillian. We have our players today, same as always. We have Matt, Katie, Josh, Greg, and Nathan. Nathan is here with us
Same as
today,
always.
filling in.
Same
Same
as
as
Nathan's been
always. We
here the
always
just
whole
here
never
with us.
see
time.
him. He's
It's
always
true. It is same
here.
as always.
He's always here.
He's just
Watching.
making the things happen, and we appreciate. And that's why, in the spur of the moment, he has to learn a whole character and figure it out just for today, and we appreciate him
Yay!
for it.
We
Um,
do.
so I'm gonna go ahead and this isn't a recap, but
Yeah.
it is just a setting of story.
Mm.
Um, where our players are today. So disregard the names below them. It
Yeah,
means
no, those are
nothing.
wrong. I
You
mean, to
can
say
figure
nothing
out
of the
about
fact that.
those next week or the
Yeah.
week before. You could head over to youtube.com/.
Ooh! Yes, you could.
There we go.
Come watch our VODs.
So here's the situation. All of our friends here, they don't know each other, but are partaking in a similar activity of enjoying themselves at a party. This party is one of the probably the biggest bash of the year on this continent, and is not for the pleasant and weak-willed. If you're both, you're probably not making it to this party by invite or by being somebody's plus one. This party is for the powerful, the those who instill fear with either violence or money, those who have status in society, or just people who are interesting. The party has a large gambit of people included, but those with high morality may struggle at this event, as the decoration includes the nude bodies of people standing still as statues, some in precarious, some in sexual positionings, but stand still as statues. Is it cheaper to buy a person or buy somebody to make a statue? Can leave it up to you. But at this event, there are plenty ways to entertain yourself, whether it is drinking, dancing, drugs, hanging out with friends, or making new friends, acquaintances, ways to influence and grow. And one of those ways to influence and grow is through combat. At this party, there is a designated dueling circle. And at this dueling circle, people from all across the party, whether just interesting or very powerful, meet in the middle to fight for status. Some people fight for vengeance. Some people fight because they are offended. But a lot of the time, these fights are planned. Somebody interested in building up status to get somewhere in life, and we gotta, thumbs up to you if you can get there through absolutely destroying somebody in hand-to-hand combat. Um, and we have our players here today who may or may not have that in mind. People who are interested in maybe just having a good time. People who are interested in making friends or accomplishing a goal and didn't exactly come here to fight, but maybe some people came here to fight as a very surefire way to gain status. I think I'm going to go ahead and move into this party where the rich, the beautiful, the fancy, the entertaining move through the space. And these outfits range from just immaculate silks to magic infused garb. It is the gambit of clothing. And I am going to eeny, meeny, miny, mo my way over to the first person to introduce Joshua. Would you please describe your character for me?
Yes. So into the party walks a tall-ish, 6 foot, maybe with her boots, half orc. She's got um, kind of pallid gray-green skin that, in a strange way, matches the uh, trench coat that she wears that hangs all the way to the ground. and this trench coat, you get closer to it and you can see that it is a patchwork trench coat, and that it's made out of leather, and the leather seems to be tattooed, and that, maybe she took the skin for this trench coat off the bodies of her enemies. You're not sure. Um, but she has a gigantic battle axe strapped to her back, that is kind of in the shape of a wolf's teeth, kind of a serrated big old battle axe. And I think that's it. I think
Yeah.
that's her.
And we love to see her. Could you tell us either with which the energy she enters the space or what her maybe her focus is? Where does she head to first at this party? There are places to lounge and drink and maybe partake in some narcotics if one is inclined. There are places to dance. And of course, there is the large circle, which you watch as a woman with long blonde hair, kind of fiddling with the ends of it, wearing a black drapery, eyes red around the edges, actively weeping, uh, making her way slowly around the circle. This is the widow who is hired every year, a new widow each time to keep it interesting, as they are hired to walk around the dueling arena.
So Volga, the half orc's name is Volga Odest. She walks into the party with a confidence because she's been here before. Um, though the last few times she's attended this party has been as a second, but then she may have killed the person that she was a second to and added his tattoos to her trench coat, and so now she gets an invite. Um, and I think she does a lap of the circle, nodding to the people that she recognizes, but she really is a little bit nervous about being here alone, so she goes to get a drink first.
Okay. And easy enough to do that. As you walk past a suckling pig fully covered in a thick layer of glass-like sugar, that you can see some people are unsure if they're supposed to break it open or not, and just some people sort of hover around it and expect some sort of spectacle involved. But you are able to get a drink, easy peasy.
Um, if there's any like accoutrement over there, she will pick up a big carving knife and fork and carve herself the choicest bit out of this pork and then take that over to the bar.
Yeah. Watching the people look at it, you just casually make your way through the crowd, and it is the crunch like a creme brulee as you take
Mm.
a piece of this suckling pig and make your way over to go get a drink. Uh, Making our way around the circle. Katie, could you introduce us to your character, please?
Of course. So when she walks in, there's actually two women that walk in that look very similar, like almost twins. But if you look a little closer at the one next to me, she looks a little older, but they both have the same bright blonde hair pinned back. Uh, she has like a little hairpin holding back just a little section of it with a moon dangling down. What appears to be almost like a short kimono with an asymmetrical skirt at the bottom and very tall boots, like thigh high black boots with what looks like stars almost embedded around the edges of it. And the whole pattern of it is just different constellations and it almost glows just in the different stars twinkling as she walks. And next to her, her sister's is much more risque, full like belly showing. You know, she has clearly the confidence is the one in charge here, and the sister just kind of following along. But they have a nice matching outfit, and with the sisters has a big crescent moon headpiece behind her, and as they walk in, definitely seeing more people going up to Revna, the sister, instead of Vice. But Vice does not care at all. Immediately is like reaching for drinks, talking to people on her own, does not care that all these people are talking to her sister instead, and immediately is trying to make these connections and flirting with every single hot person she sees. No stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Vice, go ahead and give me our first roll of the night. I would love a persuasion check. Love to see it.
If this is bad, that'd be really sad.
Guys,
Oh
wouldn't it
no.
be sad?
That's I think that's a 30. Hold on. Yeah, that's 30. That's a 30.
um, it does not take long for you to realize that you would count as one of those hot people.
Hmm.
And it is very reciprocated. People seem interested in talking to you, maybe not in the same way they are interested in talking to your sister, but you are able to catch people's attention and hold conversation quite easily. And drink certainly helps.
I think she would try to immediately steer to be closer to the battlefield, watching for people that look intimidating.
Okay.
Mhm.
You stand your ground and keep an eye out for somebody of interest. Um, so let's just jump into it, shall we? Nathan, would you introduce us to your character, please?
Rem is a giant of a man who did not dress for a party. He looks uncomfortable, wearing massive, dark, jet black plate. He's clunking everywhere. He looks like his eyes are sunken, like he hasn't slept in weeks. And immediately he zeroes in on a waiter and just steals all of the goblets of wine on his tray, just all together. Takes
Uh,
them, just and growls a little bit, walking back to his dwarf companion. He passes one down and starts ham fisting both of them, mean mugging uh, the entire like dueling space.
mm,
He whispers back and forth with his companion. They're clearly looking for someone.
all right. Um, both of you taking a good vantage point, looking out amongst the crowd, murmuring together while actively knocking back drinks at an incredible rate. But I just imagine on the opposite side of where Vice has set up. But people currently walk amongst and between you, so it is not just an immediate, like, just turn and see each other. But you are set up and ready when opportunity strikes. And I was just like looking at the people's windows, like, who? And Greg, would you please introduce us to your character?
Certainly. I think before I introduce my character, that I should introduce the woman in front of her. So, entering the party, you'll see a tall, pale, elven woman. Definitely carries herself like she has some importance, wearing kind of like this flowy, silky, modern hot style dress. Have a topless, strapless top, tucked into a very flowy blue silken shirt. She's got heels. The outfit's gonna be all blues and whites, very thematic with her colors. She wears small John Lennon style glasses that kind of got a delicate chain that attaches to the side. Uh, very inviting. She's gonna have dark hair piled on top of her head into a bun. Her hands, you notice, are adorned with lots of some. I assume are gonna have some and just and behind this tall, slender elven woman is going to be a tiefling, definitely smaller in stature than most tieflings are. She's um gonna have like a deep red skin coloring, dressed in kind of a not in the creepy way Josh's character patchwork. They're probably not skin of her enemies, just normal leather. But tasteful and uh definitely more like to the body. But yeah,
Mm.
skin tight leather. She's got glowing red eyes that sort of glow out from her simple leather. Her hair is going to be shaved on one side, but the other side hangs below, dark brown. She's definitely got a not so excited look on her face. It's kind of scoping out, trying to keep behind the person she came with.
All right. And is your focus just staying sort of in step behind this woman?
Not the whole time. She'll
Hmm.
eventually wander off, but she'll definitely sort of try to be in the same vicinity.
Mm. Uh, when you first make your break for it, uh, Everly looks over at you and smiles wide. Don't go too far. I just want to see what happens. And she strides away as if she made the choice to leave you instead of you leaving her in that moment.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Shrug.
And and everyone gets drinks. Um, because how else is anybody going to survive this party?
Right.
Um, and as you go to get a drink, Mac, would you please introduce us to your character?
So there is a very tall, 7'9" tall, warforged, standing near one of the pavilions, sort of just looking out over the party, the mix of people. Their gold eye lights shine under their mask, which is just this thin, gauzy strip of ashen charcoal colored cloth. Um, they wear what looks sort of like what one might consider to be like priestly robes, sort of holy vestments of a kind. That's the shape, that's the vibe of the clothes, but they are of this rich, beautiful, bright, fiery orange red, like molten metal that's just been taken out of the forge. Kind of enhanced by these like bursts of ephemeral intangible ash and embers rising from hammer blows at precise places here and there, providing some movement to their silhouette as they just stand there looking out over this sea of people, just sort of taking in the space. They have sort of a copper colored metal face. There's glimpses you can catch of plates of purple and green metal on their arms, their hands, around their joints. But most of their silhouette is taken up with this ostentatious presentation of an outfit. Beside them, there is a short dwarven woman with dark sable hair braided up into thick, long braid, intricately woven in with little copper trinkets, images of industry, hammers, cogs, gears. Which hangs down to the small of her back. Her beard is similarly ornately braided and decorated, and it hangs down about halfway down her chest. She's wearing flowing, dark, charcoal colored robes, sort of in a similar monastic bent to the Warforged, but with these bright red streaks around the scarves, the edging elements. And the dwarf kind of grumbles up at the Warforged. I hate that we're here. And the Warforged kind of leans over and murmurs, I understand, but we must be. Yeah, but I
Oh,
know I
I
need
got
to
I
be
got
on.
your friend, champ.
Oh,
I got
you
your
got
friend.
my friend! Get my
Yeah,
friend then!
yeah. You can talk
Very
to
well.
me.
Very
Yeah,
well, I will
talk
talk
to
to
me
you!
anytime. I
Please.
love
So,
it.
so the Warforged sort of leans over towards the dwarf and asks, well, in the interest of keeping you entertained at the very least, can you tell who among all of these might be the most advantageous to talk to right out of the gate?
Hmm. She scratches at her chin and takes a look around. She's gonna make a roll.
Hey!
You watch her like stoically turn her head, scanning the party. I have no clue. And then sort of looks up and smiles up at you.
Well, surely someone will not simply walk up to us, so we must mingle. Let's see what we can
Mm,
find. We must needs make some decent connection this night.
needs must. And then she is going to start walking. As the two of you go ahead and persuasion check with advantage as you have a companion to assist you to see if you can start making some connections.
All right. Well, well. Strong contenders. Heck yeah. I am not displeased with that. Persuasion, that is a 28.
You feel
Acolyte
like
Trebuchet coming in.
you're doing a great job.
Hmm.
It is strange being around so many people and so many people incredibly interested in ogling you.
Hmm.
As something most people, probably, maybe almost all people, have never seen before, and a wide speculation of what and who you are, and a fair number of people who do not seem keen or at least drawn in the beginning to talk to you directly and seem more keen in talking to your companion
Hmm.
um, and kind of motioning to you. Um, everyone, but certainly some of them
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
seem as if you are not the person to address in this scenario.
Hmm.
But
I was warned of this.
but you do your best, and it's not like you have to do too much facial control to make yourself look like you're offended or otherwise. So you are good. As you begin making your way around, I think the only person in this group currently not drinking, probably from lack of need, not lack of want. Um,
Lack of ability to process liquids that aren't, I
it's
guess,
just
oil or
immediately
synthetic
burst into
lubricants.
flames. And it's
Yeah.
just an
Yeah.
immediate.
Mm.
um, a few of you on the prowl, a few of you talking and drinking. Vice. I did it.
It's fine.
I'm gonna put a V in front of it because my brain is
Mhm.
so smooth that I will say Weiss every time
Weiss.
I look at it.
Weiss.
Um, Weiss, uwu. But
How German.
how German of you. Um, you have set yourself up in a very apparent manner. Whether you are aware of that or not, you have presented yourself as like, behold me in this space. Behold me next to the widow. Perceive me. That is the
Mhm.
dream and the goal is to be perceived. And someone catches your eye. The first person who is willing to hold eye contact because your energy was palpable. Um, a tall woman, pale skin, elven, wearing light blues and whites, adjusts her glasses and glances over at you, and it is a radiance that comes from power. And you see that when she isn't even looking at people to conversate, that is as if people are drawn to speak to her in this space. She seems powerful and important, and that strikes you in this moment.
I think she'd immediately lean over to Revna and be like, "Who's that?"
She's gonna look over. She's gonna roll with advantage because she's no
She's been
scrub.
here so many times.
Yeah, but do you meet everybody at a party? Maybe you should.
Yeah.
This dice knows what number it likes to roll. That one's better. It's
Dice jail.
that's. She glances over. That's Everly Asteria. Why?
She noticed me. So clearly, this is the one to go fight, right? This is the plan.
It is certainly a plan. Yes. Um, I would I would ramble on opinion, but I'm not sure if you care to hear it.
When you agreed to bring me, one of the things I told you was this was what I was going to do. So
You're right. Everly is very important.
great. Get up and start going over.
You watch your sister stand as well, but is walking over to grab a drink.
Mm-hmm.
You are looking at this tall waif of a woman watching the widow do circles and turns and like meets your eye like in unison as you step to her, just immediate eyes together.
Everly,
I I don't know your name.
it's a shame. I, Vice Moontaker, would like to challenge you to a duel.
She cocks her head to the side and smiles, white teeth shining. And when she like tilts her head, it's almost like a mirror image of multiples of her face follow different emotions moving in the space as she straightens back up and looks at you. Well, Vice, I accept. And you watch as her eyes leave yours and begin to scan the immediate area. Um, how far away are you, Garnet?
Not too far. You
Yeah,
probably
you
saw
see this
Garnet
happen.
behind her, just like
That wasn't long.
Um,
down.
she, yeah, you finish your drink, hit it down, make your way over. You see that Everly smiles at you, Vice, and sort of like takes a step back, and that leaves space for Garnet to step in front of her. And you watch as she places her hands on Garnet's shoulders. If you win this, I give you what you want immediately. And if you lose, you get what you want. And she like pats you on the arms. To the death then?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why?
Lovely.
Holy shit.
From the edge lords.
Here we come.
One shot characters are allowed to die. I don't care.
Yeah.
They are allowed to
That-
care. And people begin to flock. People interested in watching combat. Do the other three members of our group care to watch a little combat? or would they be busy?
Especially if this is the first combat of the night, I think Acolyte Trebuchet will kind of navigate that direction just to sort of. This is their first time at one of these parties. They need to see what is to be expected.
Okay.
Volga will exit the bar following the clamor with what's gotta be a gallon of ale. Just and it doesn't look too big in her hand because she's jacked, but that's not a small amount of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Rem cannot help himself. He's supposed to be doing something else. He's supposed to be looking for someone. But he hears the clamor, the ring, and wanders over, snatching another 2 goblets of red wine.
Everyone's gonna be very turned.
Unashamed of
The
double
battles
fisting,
after
just
this are
walking
gonna be
around like
like
that's normal.
It's all disadvantage for you guys, and you're fine. No
Uh,
sweet.
Nobody hits anybody ever if you all have disadvantage. But you watch as this weeping widow sort of stops and makes her way off of the circle and kind of takes a moment and like has a hand over her mouth and seems to be like trying to compose herself. She seems to be struggling to do that. Unlike our players would know, the very stoic, very determined widow that is at the next year's party. But that's neither here nor there. We're here in this year, the year of our Lord, right before the one we're actively playing. Uh, a
The
beautiful
year of
year.
our All-Father.
yeah.
And what a year it is. People begin to gather. The two of you are in a position, Garnet and Vice, where you can do any sort of prep you are interested in doing if needs be. Not affect the other opponent. So you couldn't cast something on them, but you could cast something on yourself if you were so inclined. And tell me what you are doing if you are casting something before the combat starts or activating an ability, um, anything of interest.
Yeah. I'm activating, well, casting freedom of movement and haste on myself.
Is freedom of movement concentration?
Sure isn't.
Well, there you go. Boy, howdy, is it not? Freedom of movement and haste. What a nightmare. And Garnet, what are you doing, if anything?
If possible, Garnet's going to rev up her fighting spirit by casting fighting spirit on herself.
I'm going to fighting spirit by fighting spiriting. So currently, people are assisting you in like putting on. You watch as this person that you are destined to either kill or be killed by. Plate begins to be stacked atop their body and strapped and fastened in, and a shield affixed to their arm, and just like an itchy hand almost at the blade at their side. Just a hand just that's very ready to go, very ready to get into this, whether the face betrays that or not. Um, uh, Vice, your sister comes over and gives you like a squeeze on the shoulder. Was there a particular reason we needed to do to the death?
Seemed like the right call.
I love you.
Love you too.
And she kind of takes a step back and drinks from her drink. You can see a bit of a shake to her hand.
Just gentle pat.
Garnet says, "Easy."
As She does not put any armor on either. It's still in this kimono. It's just
Oh,
it pulls out the sword.
And with that, the two of you enter the circle. Both of you have been informed that it is polite to either bow or shake hands or acknowledge each other. Is there any sort of that you'd like to do?
I think she would bow. Hmm.
The bow is returned. Both of you take up a space. There is a lull, a quiet, a hush. There's no bell, there's no whistle, nobody says go, but both of you feel it in your chests, and you have to start. I'd like both of you to roll initiative.
16.
4.
Ooh, yikes.
It's all the same in a duel.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
It's really just down to one, then the other. And again.
we do it again.
We do it again.
All right. Vice,
Save
it does
again.
not shock you that you are faster than a person with a shield and wearing plate.
No. Not at all.
What would you like to do?
Oh, we're immediately attacking 3 times.
Hmm.
Run over, sword at the ready. What type of sword do you have?
It is a crystal rapier. It just shines in the light. It is almost completely see through if you are just staring at it straight on, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
Beautiful.
quite pretty.
All right. And
I
then
believe
fires. All right, go ahead and make your attacks.
these are all straight rolls. So, okay, let's see. 17. 24 to hit on the first one.
It.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll them all at once if
Yeah.
that's okay. Oh. 11 to hit. I'm assuming that's a no. And then 20 on the last one. Dirty 20. Okay, so 2 of them. One of them, she is going to use her defensive flourish on. So it looks really fancy before she hits, essentially. So I'll add an extra d12.
Oh.
And do you need radiant damage separate? No? All right. Okay, so that's 11 on the d12. 32, 40 damage total.
Okay. And make sure you take from your temp HP first.
And I go up. I'm so sorry.
Would you like to tell the people what your AC currently is?
30.
My God.
Pardon?
Pardon?
It's 30 for this round.
Hmm.
All right.
And
Is there anything
Trebuchet's
else?
taking
guys?
notes.
that's it. That's it. I don't think I got bonus actions to use.
All right. Garnet, you are moved upon at an amazing speed. The flourish of blade that sticks into you, and you are able to push it aside once, and it gets you under the arm as you are able to keep your footing. But you are looking at a woman who is almost like a wave of herself, just moving from foot to foot, just sword dancing in front of her. It is a sight, and you immediately know that she is going to be a tough one to pin down, but it is your turn.
And I'm already annoyed.
Why are you mad about it?
The heck.
All right, well, gonna see if we can skewer this thing.
So you have advantage on your first attack.
AC's 30.
It sure is.
Okay.
First attack goes wide.
Yep. Great. Well. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, there you
That
go.
puts it at how much? Defensive duelist, I'll add 5 for that attack.
Fuck.
Put it at 35.
Okay.
You
Okay.
see, you are going to bring this down upon her, and the blade is already under yours as it slides off to the side.
Okay. I believe defensive duelist is only for 1 attack. Based on how it's worded.
I will take your word for that.
Yeah. So.
Bitty
Also, I thought they
damage.
specifically took this kind of character out of D&D.
11
This
damage.
takes me back. This is back
11?
at 3.5.
Okay. Check my concentration, which should be fine because I have advantage.
Better check yourself.
Oh,
Before you wreck yourself.
that's 19. So that's fine.
Okay. You maintain concentration.
God dang it.
Anything from you, Garnet, you've done your action. You have a bonus action if you're inclined. Okay. I think that makes sense. All right. Garnet, your hand begins to tighten on the hilt. And Vice, you watch very concentrated, just like focused eyes turn immediately to mania. It's a snap change as the white knuckle grip on this blade. And it almost looks like the pulse of veins from the blade itself onto the gauntlets going through the arm of the armor. They are united on this front, win or lose. But that is your turn, Garnet. We are moving back to Vice.
Nice. All right. Same plan of attack. Here. So,
Go for it.
dirty 20.
Right?
16. No. Okay. And that one's 18 plus 7. So whatever that is. Yeah, math. Yeah. So 2. Throw in this defensive flourish again. Okay. Yeah, well, this one was a lot lower, so the AC is not as scary this time.
Mm.
It's only plus 4. And then 6, 10, 17. That puts it at 31 damage, and I'm going to expend a charge to regain the 6 hit points from the radiant damage.
Which ability is that?
It's on the sword when you hit with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you a fancy.
Everyone here has a fancy.
But mine doesn't make me crazy.
Weird. Your sword must be broken. Garnet, you are getting wailed upon. And there is the thought of whose honor's really on the line. It is a life and death sort of thing, but
that's really
yeah, what could you lose at this point? And then there is a pulse that goes through your body that screams at you to fight. And you obey. It's your turn.
I obey.
Would you like to do your
Okay.
bonus action first?
This action. Fighting spirit.
Yeah.
Full of rage.
I am full of Christ's love.
All right,
Oh
I got
yeah,
a 30, 30,
Just
30,
wait till
30.
you hear what I'm full of.
30, 30. All right,
that'll
first
hit.
one hits.
Right. Oop. Another dirty 30.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heavy die. 30, 30. Okay, that was the
30,
angle,
30,
guys.
30. I guess those get to stay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, defensive duelist won't do anything for that.
It'd be like that.
Okay, so 28 of damage.
What's
Plenty.
total?
How?
Like, I need to know the 3 different ones for concentration checks.
Okay, 10 damage on the first one.
Okay. That one's fine.
Then 9 damage.
Okay, it's another 10. Yeah. As long as I get above a 10.
9 damage.
Hmm.
Holy shit, that was
That's
so
so
bad on your
bad.
damage. Ones and twos, baby. Ones and twos.
I don't want to use the
That's a
heavy
mood.
dice anymore.
Oh,
Maybe use a different one
Yeah,
for the
might as well.
damage. I'll
yeah.
feel betrayed.
The 20-sided one seems to be doing just fine. It's the little guys that seem to be
We
struggling.
might go back to soup dice.
You can play around, see what's going on as 3 heavy hits make contact, and there is a shock to it, Vice, being hit 3 times in a row. That's not the usual.
That's weird.
It is a weird sensation to be hit back to back to back.
Ouch.
But nonetheless, don't forget about your temp HP, Gregory. And we're on to the next. Vice, you are up as you sort of are able to get your footing back under you. What do we do?
Yeah. Reminding myself spells exist.
I guess.
They're a thing that I might be able to use, but
It's true.
I would still get
Darn it.
an attack. I would still get a regular attack with a spell. Positive haste, right?
Let me just look at haste real quick. But I think so. Take your time, internet. I'm in no rush. The range of spells get dice.
On the line.
Yes. You're correct.
Cool.
So you could take an attack with a spell.
Nice. And just going to reach out and just a burst of psychic energy at you. I need an intelligence
God.
saving throw.
Oh no. 18.
Okay. So I believe you take half damage on this. Yeah. That's fine. It's still 8d6.
Spellcasters, what are you gonna do?
Take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
6, 10, 19. So that's 29 divided by 2. So what? 16, 15,
14?
14, something like that. 14 psychic damage.
I should pull out my little calculator.
Yeah,
Do this.
14. Math. And then I will take a regular attack. Just one. And throw on a defensive flourish because I can do that. Oh, yeah. 9 plus 7 plus 7. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's 20. Another dirty 20. Math is hard, guys.
Wow. Hitting you dead on.
Then
Is
16, 12. That's better. So 5. Another 10. 16, and I will take the 5 healing for myself.
And also, just to answer a question in the chat, because I'm just vibing. So healing is allowed as long as it's an ability or a spell. No potions are allowed in the duel. That's the rule. So if you have the ability, you can pop off. But if not, take what you get. And Vice, is that all for you?
Yeah, I can't do a bonus since I did a spell.
There you go. And Garnet, you are up as you feel a shaking in your mind that you push through as the yell to fight pushes against that, and you continue on.
spinning forward.
What's the wiggin?
More.
Okay. And also remember that you're supposed to be adding 2 to every damage. Would you like to keep the advantage or would you like to take an extra attack? Okay, so 4 attacks.
More attack. At 20.
Whoa! Very fun.
That's
Also, I'm always happy to give advice to anybody as we go. If anybody wants any words of encouragement, because you guys just got these characters. So
Yeah.
23.
I
Like-
might ask
Good
them.
there.
Does not.
I'm not too proud.
Oh, we got one hit in.
1 hit in. Okay.
Wait.
I don't know.
Roll another
We
one,
did-
and I'll throw
Yeah.
a defensive
Do my
duelist up if you get something good.
Yeah.
I'll use abilities if you're gonna hit me.
I will.
29. Shit.
Yeah, defensive duelist.
Right.
You're not hitting me.
Well, go ahead and roll for your damage. You double the amount on the dice.
But gives
All right, 24
you
damage.
a 24 damage.
So that gives you this. You take it.
I don't want
So
it.
I
You
have
take
to beat a 12. Got it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
17.
It's hard to knock a warcaster off of
It
concentration.
is, and that was only the first roll.
So
It hard
Let's see.
do. All right, is that your turn? Also, you have, if interested, a reaction? Unclear. Unclear. I'm just looking at these characters too. But with that, Vice, you are up as the occasional hit is making its way in, and it is enough to take notice of.
Is. Which is why. we gotta use another spell.
Mm.
This one. I think I want to use the same one and upcast it.
Sure.
Sadly, the upcasting on this one doesn't give me extra dice, but the effect if you fail is nice. So I need another intelligence save, please.
19.
Okay. Well,
It's
keep
being
rolling now.
polite.
The mania.
It's being the mania in my brain is so smart, boys. Have you seen how smart my insanity?
Okay, so I'll take half of this. I rolled pretty well. That's scary. Okay. 12.
I'm ready with my little calculator.
36 normal. So divide that in half.
So 18.
18.
18 damage.
18 damage. And then we will get that regular hit.
And then I
Hopefully.
stab.
And then you get stabbed.
We'll see about that.
Tenses.
I don't know. The dice have been very kind.
It's true.
Yeah.
They are extremely kind. 19 plus 7. Yeah. Yeah.
Hit.
Okay. Flourish. Thank God. That was my first 12 on there. I'm gonna heal 5 and another 5.
Unhittable, I would say.
12. Yeah.
Wait.
10. So 20, 22 points of damage for you.
Ow. Let's rebuke.
Hellish rebuke. Get fucked.
Ah.
Oh.
How much damage do I take for that? I don't know. I have advantage for that.
Look at
Because
you.
of freedom of movement.
Ah.
Let's see. 19.
Save.
All these new spells.
Hey guys,
Yes,
we got
half damage.
And still hit you.
Yeah, so roll your 3d10.
7 damage.
You rolled
Take
3d10.
that.
Oh, so you already halved it. I was just like, and an extra 7.
So there.
And is that the end of your turn, Vice?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Mark on that.
Garnet, you are up.
Ah.
You gotta beat a 31.
What?
My AC's 31, just so you know.
I mean, there's a very particular roll we got to hit for that.
Hold on, let me give myself these measly hit points.
Mm.
Oh, are you using second wind? Don't sneaky take hype itself up.
Okay, here I go.
Here I go. To throw hands.
I
You
believe in you.
3 attacks.
attack. 5. Less. That one.
Mm.
It is a mania that begins to claw at the corners of your eyes and almost blurs into her image. She is hard
God
to
damn
hit.
it.
Not always, but sometimes it's very hard to hit.
Sometimes it's hard.
Man.
My turn.
All right.
Mm.
You're up, Vice.
Okay. Yeah. I'm doing math of dice, you know?
Mm,
Ew.
Math is hard. No, it makes sense to keep using spells, right? Yeah. Let me see what this one does extra.
Did you roll
Mm,
concentration for the hellish rebuke?
I did.
Okay.
I can do it again.
No, I'm good.
do it
It's one of
again.
the things I am very good at is
Do it
remembering to
again.
roll concentration.
That's very true.
It's like it's the one thing that's been pulled over into this. Okay. So I'm going to use another spell, I believe.
Ew, spells cringe.
There's so many of them. And I've never
Rolling
seen
at
any of
magic.
them. All this magic. Going to Oh, that one doesn't scale up. So sad. Why are bard spells not scale up?
Well, I think everything technically scales up to some extent, or at least
Some
can be
do.
cast with a higher level.
I mean, yes.
Maybe it doesn't scale, but it can at least be
It
cast
doesn't
if so
scale for like
inclined.
damage or anything, but can be upcast for
So what are we doing?
purposes.
This one's fun. I'm gonna use Steel Wind Strike.
Okay.
That's 16.
What's
I
gonna
gotta
do to
roll to
me?
hit. I gotta roll to hit. Hold on. It's just damage in a fun way.
It's just fun damage for the
Fun
people at home.
damage.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
for kids.
So that hits. 18 plus 9 hits. Yeah.
The dice are so polite today. They're
They're
like,
so
let's kill a
polite.
man. We're here to murder.
We're here to
We're
fucking
here
murder.
for someone to die.
It does.
Mine are being silly fucking gooses.
Have you seen these silly gooses?
You should have picked a different set from the Gustarian set, okay?
Yeah, I
I don't-
used the coffee dice that I gave that you got. 10,
Mmm.
15,
Tap into your native element.
5. 37 force damage. And for fun, it's like you teleport. So she teleports to be behind you.
Mhm.
Still right next to you because it's only within 5 feet of one of your
Yeah.
targets. So
Just go here.
it's just fun. And then we swing a sword once. That's a nat 20.
Well, I'll
There
be
you go.
Holy
damned,
shit!
literally.
I mean, it's not a lot of damage, but on these,
But
unless the D12
it's a
is
crit.
nice.
Mm.
5 on the D12. And then 8 and a 6. Oh. Just doubling the damage. Right.
You double the dice damage.
16. 28. 38.
All right.
That's just a small scratch.
Just a wee scratch. And what is your AC now sitting at?
I am adding it. I've been adding it every time because it's
Mhm.
different every round.
It's
Huh.
true.
It's 25 this round.
Okay. And with that, Garnet, it is your turn.
Swing.
Coming at you with her freaking sword of black steel and
Oh, honey, come
Bam.
on!
nat 20, nat 20. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
And third attack.
26. All right,
Yeah.
then I will get rid of that one with the defensive duelist.
Would you like to action surge?
Do it.
There you go. 3 more times.
Ooh.
Nah, let's keep it going. Let's get it all on the table.
This could murder her. Let's go.
Or it could not.
Well,
Those hit.
Okay. Well, go ahead and give us that nat 20. Thanks, man. Let me see it. 20 damage.
Only I could hurt more.
It is a struggle as like just landing hits. When you hit, you can see that it hurts. But it's just not being
So
able to
hard to
land
hit.
over and over again. And with that, I believe it is your turn, Vice.
okay. Trying to find. There's something on here that I have lost.
Was it even real is the question? For the people at home, we are playing level 15 characters, so imagine just pages and pages of bullshit that everybody learned on the fly for my
Over a week,
entertainment.
you know.
No, it's
It's
just
fun.
in relation to the flourishes because I've spent all my bardic inspiration, so I have to pull out a different die now.
Oh, wow. It's fun. It's just, it's a lot.
It is. Jillian, would you consider how low HP I'm at to be the 8th level spell timeline now?
I'm sorry.
Is this the
I did put a
tail end of
caveat on
fight
one of the spells.
that I'm not allowed to use unless she approves it?
I would say, oh, it's so spicy. At least one
is.
more hit.
Okay.
Well, at least
Candy,
one
I'll
more hit to
save
get
it.
your person.
I'll save it.
And then you can use it if you are so inclined.
That's fine. I got a 7th level spell slot to use instead.
I got plenty I can do. You know, who knows? You could roll big. Garnet could roll low. It could spiral at any moment for anyone.
It's true. I'm going to let's see. We'll use another steel wind strike. So roll that d20.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, 18 plus 9.
18s all day.
Yeah.
Ow.
Next week, none of this.
Yeah. A character who matters? Nope.
No.
Never. What? No.
6. Okay. 10.
Nana Hemmings who?
Well, we know how Nana rolls.
Oh,
A
exactly.
curse.
That's what I mean.
A curse
All
from
the
God
good
and
rolls are
man
happening
alike.
now.
Yes.
Yeah. All the good rolls are
36.
happening now. They won't reappear.
36 damage.
Yeah. And then my sword. 6. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So d6. Okay. Plus those two. I could roll in my box. 12. 21. Mm-hmm.
Down.
Hey, Vice. What do you do?
Or she can
When
hellish
for-
rebuke.
Oh no. Hellish rebuke her
If-
anyway as she goes down.
Do it.
Yeah, you can hellish rebuke as
Can
you
I
go
fucking
down.
hellish rebuke as I
Yeah.
go down?
Do it.
Yes. Do it.
It is
Make
it
your
is the
fucking
anchor of the
save.
sword in and of itself. Well, she rolls against it, so go ahead and give me a dex save.
Come on.
Oh. Yeah, 19 plus 7. So
Mhm.
Oh
26, yeah.
man. Which
6 damage.
Nice.
All
Just-
right.
Is it fire damage? Is that?
No, it might as well be.
Okay.
As it is. Yeah.
what is it?
I just want to know what
It
kind
might-
of damage it is.
Just so,
Yeah.
Just out
Um,
of curiosity.
Is
Garnet falls. Vice, for maybe one of the first times you are actually confronted with the choice to kill someone. This person lays prone and unmoving before you. It is not somebody who you stabbed and they bled out in an instant. It's not someone who attacked you and you defended yourself. This person now lays prone on the ground. How do you do this? What do you do?
I think she hesitates for half a second because of that, but also knows that the reputation that she would gain from this would be instantly ruined if she did not go through with this after saying it was to the death, and just like does one last flourish of the sword and like does one of those where you kind of kneel down as you plunge it in straight through the heart.
classy.
Very showy.
Very
Um,
showy, you know.
and as the adrenaline rushes through your body and you are able to focus now on the crowd around you. Polite golf claps and what a disgusting feeling mixed with such one of power. And your eyes fall to your sister, who is a mixture of relief and something that you don't recognize.
Hmm.
And you watch the wall around the arena shimmer and disappear. And you see one of
My
the
sword.
people. What about your sword? Hold on. Guys, please. The
Ooh.
sword
What
has
about
three
Wait.
the sword?
paragraphs.
What about the sword?
What happens?
Does it have its own character sheet?
It jumps up and
Kinda.
just
Maybe
stabs
The
it just
through
description's
you.
like this long. I'm
T-poses
like,
the sword T-poses
just the
to
laugh.
assert its dominance.
The sword T-pose.
Because I'm a smooth brain, can you tell me what the sword does?
Yes. You'll probably see some sort of essence leave it. Garnet's life leaves her.
It is a moment where this, even in death, this tight grip upon the hilt. And as these veins that were on the arm slowly make their way back up to the sword and then out in what seems to be something that only catches your eye, the hand laxes and releases the sword.
It's weird. Keeps walking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You pass Everly, who gives you a very polite golf clap. Seems so incredibly unfazed by what has just happened and kind of gives you like an acknowledgement. Well done. I hope you had a good time. And walks past you and approaches somebody else at the party. Get that for me. And you watch somebody nod as Garnet's body is like hauled off. Like it is
Wow.
just picked up by this individual.
Damn.
And Everly follows in pursuit behind.
Hmm.
But you are in a beautiful position as a bunch of young individuals come over and begin trying to mend your clothing and heal you up as you sat with your 34 hit points on the
Wow.
verge of oblivion. But
Hmm.
you leave this with status.
Hmm.
Take your
And
status and your 34 hit points.
take your status and your 34
Hey,
hit points.
I wasn't sitting there with things giving me temp HP the whole time.
We'll get to some temp HP people in a minute.
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
Uh,
Oh
but
no.
for now, we are going to take a break. If we can come back quicker than 10, we'll see what happens because we got people to murder. So
We
we'll see
sure
you
do.
guys after a
That's
break. Go get a
defeat.
snack and a drink. See you guys then.
See
I'll
you in a
put the
bit.
10 up because it's all I know.
Thank you, 10 or less.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for a On the Backs of Gods one shot. Currently, we are dueling to establish some lore, and the party, with their 11th level characters, whoever survives will become my NPCs, and they will be mine, and I will do as I please. So, thank you for once again making these very strong characters for me to use.
I mean,
Just to
15
start it
levels is
off,
a lot of levels to swing around. I'm just saying. You get a
it
lot of
is,
wiggle room. And there'll
and
be maybe
currently.
a whole nother level by next year.
Hmm. And currently, we've had our first fight between Garnet and Vice. Vice coming in clutch at the very, very end. A couple hits from Disaster, but just too fast to get a hand on. And an angry, angry sword, no longer being white knuckled in Garnet's hand. But with that, time passes, and the party continues as if nothing happened, except that Vice is talking to people that maybe she wouldn't have been talking to prior. Vice in a good spot. And feels pretty good about it, though her sister seems incredibly distant and does not seem super interested in talking to you right now. But, she's busy, so it's probably
She
that.
has maybe some feelings. Who
It's
knows?
Yeah,
fine.
she's just busy.
She's got people to talk to. It's fine.
Yeah. Nothing to notice right now because you're busy. And everyone's busy here. Um
Mm-hmm. I'm
time
sure some people
passes.
want to talk to you.
Oh yeah. Uh there are different combats that take place. There is who everybody would recognize very quickly, either Russ the Gold or Russ the Unkillable, who during this time has been engaged in two combats, almost back to back. After the first one, another person coming up immediately after. And you watch as his armor and his body are being healed. He is also given what looks like a pack of some sort of snuff that seems to reinvigorate, and is happy to claim another ear for his collection he does not keep, burning it away on the wall once he is done, and very
Trebuchet
happy
has
to
so many
go.
questions about that.
I love short
Trebuchet is
rest cocaine.
so.
That needs to be in the rule.
Guys,
Yes!
when you make a duel arena, you have to you have to
You
make
have to
rest
have
cocaine.
short rest
I was
snuff
like, how does
cocaine.
Russ
You.
do it? He's gonna run out of key. How does he do it? Um, but with that, time passes, the party continues, people eat and drink, and Rem, you and your friend heads on a swivel. You're here for a reason. You're looking for someone. You're looking for something. You're doing something. And then there's an itch at the back of your neck. Hairs standing up, as if something cold had gently brushed fingers against the back of your neck. It's a sensation you're familiar with. Um, Not one of that causes fear or disdain. And you know it well enough. And it's as if it clasps you gently and pushes your eyes, pushes your face to look in the direction it bids. And as your eyes follow this line, they land upon a half orc woman who currently, big, bulky, um, immediately you're like, ah, skins of my enemies. Like it is apparent to you in the moment, the wearing of death upon oneself, casually at an event. And you didn't see it before, but given this new lens with these hands touching your face from behind, you can see a dark mist that radiates off the body, gnashing of teeth, something unnatural, something broken. And your eyes have been set upon it.
Rem just lets the last goblet clatter to the ground and starts pushing his way through people.
Oh shit.
Someone
Your
gets a
companion
full
takes notice.
face palm, like just
Yeah. Um, that person I'm just gonna have. Roll a wisdom saving throw. That person does not say shit to you as you cup their face and push them aside.
Oh,
They keep walking
damn.
like that was the direction they were going anyways. And
Yep.
they're like, "Yep,
I'm not.
my bad.
That's
That
a
was my
whole lot of
mistake.
none of my
My fault."
business. Yep.
And Volga, it is easy to see a freight train heading towards you. It is not subtle, and it is approaching with ferocity.
I think she will raise her glass without getting up, with just a grim nod.
By the time Rem arrives at Volga, it is starting to grow visibly darker around him. The torches are going from yellow to orange to a deep burnt ember on the walls. I cannot imagine one such as you came by such a stench of death honorably.
She will just like lift her glass to him and tip it over and pour it down his front.
They never make it to the circle.
I was so hoping that you would respond that way.
You're some weird kind of kinky, aren't you?
Oh.
And then she'll just stand up and start walking toward the circle and give a little come hither.
Wow.
Okay, Rem likes that a little bit.
Hell
Okay,
yes!
hold on.
Oh, I feel vindicated. Oh, I'm shipping it already.
Not how he thought this was gonna go, but it's happening now.
Yeah. And you follow. Rem, as the person who started this conflict, you set the parameters. Is this a fight to unconsciousness or a fight to the death? Then Volga can decide if they agree to the terms.
I'm taking you alive.
Oh
Good,
shit.
because I refuse to die to a man.
Fuck yes.
And we all kiss Volga on the mouth. I don't know, man.
Yes, we do. You
Oh,
better
oh,
damn
oh.
believe it. Oh man.
Okay. So, is there any preparation before you step into the arena? What do we got?
For Volga is going to just undo the buttons of the trench coat and kind of let it slide off. And underneath, she's basically just wearing a chest wrap, skin tight to let all of her rippling muscles show. And um, she's also wearing something enchanted because underneath this jacket, she kind of blurs from view, and it's hard uh, to see her clearly. And as she steps into the ring, she's going to rage, which she doesn't need to do. She doesn't need to attack because it won't end for her because she's crazy psycho. And as she does so, uh, she kind of has like a bloody froth that starts dripping from her mouth and her nose, and when she breathes out, a little bit of gray black smoke comes out with it.
All right.
Rem, as this whole thing proceeded, things were just getting darker and darker. But by the time he stepped in the arena, whip-like shadows move all around him. He unlimbers a long sword from behind his back, one hand, and holds out the other in front of him, and a long black blade forms from the shadows.
as both of you enter the arena. The comments say you're a little quiet, Nathan, if you want to ramp yourself up.
Rant myself up. Okay, we'll just do it like
Turn the
this.
aggressive voluming. Yeah. Um, and depending on how this goes, they'll be each other's +1s next year. But for now, a fight must occur. And with that, mist and shadow
Cloud
and
and
with that, a
flame.
beautiful combat must take place. Everybody roll initiative. By everybody, I just mean you two. Everybody else, you're welcome to come watch.
Just to be
13.
for mechanical purposes, the things I was doing was Shadows of Moil, Form of Cred, and
Gotcha.
Wow, shit.
Those are the
Way to
things
make
I
an
did.
entrance, dude.
Nine moly.
Yup. All right. He's
So,
it's time.
and then.
Oh,
Oh, we're
no.
roboting?
Oh God.
What a shame and a pity.
Let me see what I can do. I'm never talking to people while I'm doing this.
Oh no.
Okay, okay, I think I fixed it.
Hey.
All right. Are
Hey,
we?
people in the chat, is it cool?
Sound off, folks. Let us know.
So
How are we
Volga,
sounding?
I might be behind on the chat. I'm only just
Zombies.
getting a notification.
okay,
about
sound
the
is good
robotic.
now.
Okay.
Hey, if this makes it to YouTube or not, you guys got to see it here last.
That's the benefit of being a Dice Cult subscriber.
The benefit is I get new NPCs no matter how it sounds.
Yeah.
I win either way. But with that,
Mm-hmm.
once again, no bell, no whistle, no go. Both of you, there's a sensation, and both of you lunge into combat. Volga, you are first.
Volga lets out just a bellowing, like low, throaty scream as she thrusts forward with the large axe, and she's
am-
going to
Currently obscured
obscured in what way?
in a
Like,
disadvantage and provoking kind of way.
In a
okay,
spooky and difficult kind of way.
a scary kind of way.
Anyway,
We
is
all
that
know
form of
what GIF
dread?
we're including here.
I think that's Shadow of Moil.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Um,
Shadow of Moil.
So I will run in with my, let's see, can you do reckless attacks after your first attack?
No, you have to launch them at the top. Baldur's Gate has ruined all of us.
Okay, so the first one I will make with advantage. No, flat because you're
Yeah. So
okay.
flat check with reckless.
Um that is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that totally works.
Then that is, oh wow, minimum damage, which is 11.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
And that'll
2d8
take away
back
from
action.
your. Ooh, cool. And that'll take from your temp HP first.
Sorry, how much damage is that again? Many numbers.
11.
Need to have Shadow of Moil up.
7 back at you.
Ouch.
Ooh.
And then
And
I
think I need to
will
make a concentration saving. It's just
You
I
have to
Says
beat.
robot.
damage.
So 10 or half damage. So you need to be.
we got robot voice again. So
Hey, robots. Nathan's like, I'm trying to fight.
Okay.
I'm trying to
I'm making a
battle
concentration
my
save,
frenemesis.
and I got a 21 on it.
Yeah, that'll
My
work.
frenemy.
Okay.
No Nathan volume, this says. What?
Next
The robot's up to
attack
8. Really?
is
Are we back?
a 25.
That continues to hit me.
And you take, wow, good rolls. 14 damage.
Nice.
Mm.
And then I'm going to attack with my bonus action. And that is a nat 1.
Whoosh on that one.
A whiff. They do happen.
All right. So I think I passed. So I rolled a 16 on my next con save because I have
Yeah,
advantage
you're
on
good.
it. Okay.
And then
Uh,
there's no third one.
As I read it, Shadows of Moyle just keeps happening
That's
Yep.
what I'm looking at.
every time you hit me.
That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, so you do it again.
12 more.
Shadow of Moyle is nasty. It's almost like there's a bard in our campaign who has it and won't murder a man with it.
Would try to murder a man with it and then immediately lose concentration
And
because,
then die immediately.
yeah.
I think audio's gonna do what it's gonna do in these trying times.
Oh shoot! Really?
I
God
don't know.
dang.
Goes
Y'all.
in. I can see the thing pumping out. Like so. I don't know what's going on here.
Eh.
Yeah, I mean it's fine right now
Okay. All right. Well.
at this juncture.
Anyways, violence.
Is that the end of your turn, Volga?
Yeah.
All right, Rem, you are up.
Okay. So, I have I'm just like a regular old fighter. Bonus attack. So 2 normal attacks, and then I have an
Mhm.
offhand attack, and improved pack weapon gives me another offhand attack. So I think I have 4 total.
So they are at disadvantage until you hit me.
Okay.
All right, go for it. First attack.
It's probably gonna
With
18.
disadvantage.
Oh, sorry. So 15 on the first one.
15 just hits.
Oh wow.
No more disadvantage. I'm really easy to hit. I'm just hot.
Okay, so first one hits. 7 damage, and I'm going to pump an extra D8 on it that I can do once per round.
Okay.
So up to 15 total on the first hit. And also
What kind of damage is it?
necrotic.
All of it?
All of it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That's easier.
Interesting.
What a nightmare machine.
And I'm going to ask for a will save.
What kind of will save?
It is a frightening will save. So if you're barbarian immune to that.
I am.
Okay. All right. Worth a shot.
You see a look in this person's eyes that also you're not used to is that there is no fear there, not an ounce of fear. Unnerving, hot, who knows? And your second
Volka
attack?
does not give fucks. She takes them.
I'm here to collect skins and fucks.
Okay, so second normal attack at
Mhm.
not disadvantage. 23.
Yep.
Mhm.
10 damage.
Is that also necrotic?
Yeah, everything I do is necrotic.
Wow.
Spicy. And then you have
Check.
your offhand.
Yeah, offhand.
I too am scrolling your features and traits.
Wait,
You've
no,
got a
no, I'm sorry.
million
It's
of
only
them.
once per turn that I do
Mm,
necrotic. So the 10 damage was normal.
Okay.
okay, so you can half that. I was like, what a nightmare for this barbarian that I've just done to them. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, fuck.
Offhand hits as well for 13 normal damage.
And you can half that. All right. Um, a flurry of hits as
And
you
the
all
last
move
one's
into
gonna
the
crit.
space. Oh, so
Nice.
you double the dice. Whatever you roll in the dice, you double that. Though D&D Beyond, I think actually
Yeah,
might.
just did it.
Yeah, I was like, it does it for you, I think.
14 damage.
Okay.
Have to 7. I can do that math. Nailed it. All right. With that, we are back over to Volga as both of you are sort of engulfed in like an element of shadow and mist. What are we
Yeah,
doing,
I
Volga?
think it's less of an interesting fight technically and more of a she holds her ground and she smash. So
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna keep on smashing.
That's the love and the vibe.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
And that's with disadvantage, right?
Yeah. Well, it's with advantage and disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that one will be 19 damage. Please don't say.
my
Stop.
wounds.
Stop doing damage back to me.
Ow. Ouch. And then we need a concentration check, so constitution saving throw.
I got a 10, but I have advantage on this thing?
And 10 is all you needed.
Okay.
There you go. Next attack for Volga.
6 more for
Next.
Shadows of Moyle.
Oh god.
Fucking
I'm
shadows
bad
of
at playing
Moyle.
this character. I can attack on your turn. How much? 6 damage from Shadows of Moyle?
Yep.
Okay.
She's
And that's a
smitten by
natural
love.
20.
Ooh, spicy.
So I do 5d12 plus 10 damage on a nat 20.
Barbarians are great when they crit. That's the love.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah,
No,
12,
please.
bud.
13,
Oh yeah, barbarians are nuts.
15. So not great yet. 21 and 30 points, 40 points of damage.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is a
40.
crit?
Yes.
I do not crit.
Hey,
I cannot crit you.
That's
Okay.
right. He
what?
cannot be crit upon.
Yeah. Any crit
Okay.
against me becomes a normal hit.
Any of them? How rude. I do crit, that's what I do.
damn.
That's my
Well
thing.
then,
Almost
What?
like
Jillian picked this
they
fight for
were
you. I
meant
think she
to
has a
fight.
problem with you.
Hey,
then my
No, this is thematically appropriate. This is great.
it
This
seemed
is
to work out
her
emotionally.
first big challenge.
the damage then is 22. And I do need another save.
Yeah, another save. Constitution saving throw. You need an 11.
Got it.
All right.
Yeah, you've
And-
got an 11?
I got an 11.
Okay.
And here comes another Shadows of Moyle.
Here comes the sun. Na-na-na-na. But you still can take the effects of Great Weapon Master
14.
and get that extra
Oh,
attack.
I don't need it. I can frenzy and get it anyway.
I don't even want it. You don't even need her.
Redundant class abilities, who needs them? That's a 29 for another 21 damage, and another
Yeah.
D10 or DC 10 con save.
Trying to get Shadows of Moil out of this bitch.
I am. It's rude.
It is rude. It's a
Oh,
rude spell.
there's a failure with advantage.
Oh.
No, okay, never mind.
Damn it.
So
Fuck.
close.
Well, I'm done.
I'm done.
14 back at you for that last one.
Boo!
Ouch.
What a nightmare.
So I took
Ouchies.
22 from the not crit, and then you dealt some more damage to me, and I did not.
The next one was 21. Yeah, when I rage, I do plus 10 damage.
Owie. Okay.
Okay. We
We're
are
back.
back over to Rem. Everyone feeling the heat. Or the
It's
chill,
getting
as it
hot in
were.
her.
Yeah, everybody looking spicy, as it's just two people just who like stood in the center and went, watch this shit, and immediately just started unloading. Guys, watch this. Bop, 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 bop. A flurry of blows.
How much can they even see in the shadows of close quarters at this point?
The people are
It's
outside are
just
pissed.
screaming and
Everyone's pissed outside. They're like, this is scary and I can't look at it. I'm uncomfortable. What are we doing, Rem?
okay. We're going to the 4-hit sequence again.
4-hit sequence.
Um,
The first one's at disadvantage,
oh, okay.
but I'm not
Yeah.
hard to hit. So.
Yeah, I think I got you. 25.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this one is going to be. This is going to be the only necrotic damage.
Okay.
$20 total for the first one.
Okay. I'm going to hit you back
With
because I
retaliation.
forgot to last round.
And I'll do it today.
That's a 22 for 14 damage.
Shadows of Moil continues to happen.
I'm gonna give all of my enemy spellcasters Shadow of Moil.
Eight more.
Okay.
In Shadows of Moil, you haven't been halving that, right? Those are all
Nope. They're all full damage.
necrotic.
And did you roll your concentration check for that retaliation?
I did.
Perfect. And you may continue, Rem. As you were. 3 more attacks to go.
3 more attacks to go. 22 hits.
Mm-hmm.
For 9 damage.
Have. I hate when it's an odd number. Like, get out of my way. We round down here at the Dice Cult.
And then 2 offhand attacks. Hit for 14 on the first one.
Down to 7.
And 19 hits you. Or 12 on the last one. And then I am going to surge.
And I do it again. So you can do 2 more attacks.
I think I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
So a reaction's already been used, right? So I can cast in her face.
If you'd like to.
I would like to.
Cast in my face on the first date.
We are going to cast Blight.
Mm.
And it's just a con save of 16 for half.
20.
That'll work. So take 18 damage.
This is
Spicy
getting real spicy tight.
action.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. And I'm still rolling at not advantage.
just a straight roll.
That is a 25 to hit
Oh.
for 14 damage.
Cast, so
26
6 more back at you.
for 16 damage.
Gosh, we're very tight. It's
Six.
a little spicy.
Second, Shadows of Moil. Only 4.
Okay.
I continue to make this. Sorry. So, all right. So, sorry. There's too much numbers.
It's too much.
All right. I'm pretty sure I've kept track of everything. I'm at 13 hit points right now.
Okay.
Both of you at spicy spots. Let's see how it goes.
This could kill us both.
I
We
bet
go
it
down
does.
as a team.
And that's another 26 for
Okay.
for 17 damage.
Okay. And how much does Shadow of Moil do?
Well, so here's the thing. I explode when I die.
When you go unconscious.
No.
Oh,
I
there
don't.
I
I don't.
go.
I mean, actually,
Exploding corpse
Features in-
syndrome or
necrotic husk.
Let
I
me
have
Oh.
resistance.
reduced to.
If I'm reduced to
Oh.
0 HP, I can use my reaction to drop to 1 HP instead and deal necrotic damage. 2d10 plus 10.
Okay, you're at 1 hit point then. As
Uh,
the shadows around you basically hold you up. You are animated by something behind you, puppeteer style. Give the
So I have
damage.
one more Shadows of Moil, and then I have that 2d10 plus 10 to deal.
Okay.
13 from Shadows of Moil.
Relentless endurance through that.
So you both
Do
are
you
at
get to
1 hit
keep
point.
Shadows of Moil? I guess you didn't die.
That's interesting.
Technically, though, you did drop to 0.
Okay.
This is me
When
being
you would
pedantic.
be, you drop to 1 instead. So
In addition, if you are reduced to 0, you can use. So you are reduced to 0, then your reaction happens. So you technically hit 0.
okay.
So no Shadow of Moil. But
No
you do
Shadows of
get
Moil anymore, or
for
did it go?
this,
Okay.
I believe. But you do get this 2d10 plus 10.
Okay.
And this is just on the fly calling it uh, for my own enjoyment as you both stand at 1 hit point. It only can do what it's going to do.
Where is the stupid? Sorry, I'm struggling to find. Oh, there it is. All right. All right. 20 damage from the necrotic husk.
Oh,
So, despite everything, I keep standing with my
I'm
relentless.
still standing.
hell
I'm an
yeah!
orc. You can't kill me. I'm a bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
Please
Um,
tell me that's in
and
character. I need
Rem,
that to be
you
canon.
stare into the eyes of a bad bitch.
Oh my god.
And did you have anything else left on your turn? Or was
No, that's
whose
the end of
turn
my
was it?
turn.
I was like, whose turn was it? don't know where I am. That's true. Rem, it's your turn, unless you had something else, Volga.
I'm going to. Well, yeah, I should. Never mind. Oh man, could have been a winner, but I'm not going to be now. I attack. Actually,
All right.
Rem is going to take a 5-foot step back.
So there
Yes.
is, you can disengage in 5e, but there is no 5-foot step.
Okay, I disengage. Right, that's just cost my movement.
Disengage
would
will
use your
take your
action.
action.
Oh, okay.
You're not at disadvantage unless your spell is a ranged spell attack. Which one are you
And
trying to cast?
Okay, I wanted to do Toll of the Dead.
Yeah, so you can stay, you can be right next to me and cast that
Yeah.
with no problem.
I won't get Oh, you've
Nope.
already used your reaction, right? Okay.
No, not now, but there is no opportunity attacks for spell casting.
Oh,
in
okay.
5e.
Sorry. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Um,
So Toll of the Dead is just a Wisdom saving throw, 16.
Oh, that's an 18 on the dice, but I do have a +1 on wisdom. I almost had a minus, but
That'll do it. 18 on the dice. So take 7 damage.
oh dang. Let's see. I gotta read my second not dying thing. I need to survive on a DC
I don't
10
think you
con save.
take. I don't think you take damage. It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay. It's not a. Oh, shoot.
It doesn't have.
Okay. All right.
But a terrible ringing sounds in your head, Volga, and the beast inside of you pushes you on. There is no reason to fall yet. That's what your mind screams. Is there anything else, Rem?
I can bonus action attack with my offhand still.
I believe you.
28.
28 will hit.
12, and this will be necrotic. 15 total necrotic from the first one.
Okay. I need to pass a DC 10 or fall unconscious. A DC 10 con save. And I got a 14. And then I'm going to attack you back.
No.
Retaliation.
Oh,
No, please, my
shit.
fragile bones.
Oh god, this is great.
And that is a nat 1.
Oh!
Oh no,
It is
honey.
two people being puppeted by darkness and beast as they try to get this last hit in each other to bring someone down, and it is just a back and forth of wills and monstrosities.
Jesus.
As you were, Rem.
This is the last
This is the last.
bonus. 16.
That'll hit.
Oh damn.
1 on the dice, so 7
Oh.
regular damage.
I need to now pass a DC 15 Constitution
Ooh,
saving throw or pass
buddy.
out. And that is a 24.
Oh
right.
Oh my god.
man. Oh, she's great.
Monsters upon monsters,
She's
I remember. Right?
unkillable.
Can I just so those are my attacks. Can I just move away?
You could move away at this point and
Okay.
no adverse effect.
I move away just to get her out of range. She's a monster.
You sort of stumble back. It's sort of like blood filling your mouth and blinking sweat away from your eyes. This is a workout and a painful one at that.
I'm gonna do something that I should have done, and activate my cloak of flies that I should have done a long time ago. But,
Oh man.
What
and
kind of action is that?
it is a bonus action.
Oh, you've done your bonus action to
Oh,
attack.
okay. Right.
Oh no!
But boy,
Dang.
howdy, would those flies have been rad as hell.
I should have done that before I even stepped in the ring.
It's
Oh
okay,
well.
guys. We just got these characters, and Nathan just kind of got his today.
And like honestly, his entrance was spotless anyway. Like one more thing might have made it hard to
And
follow.
with that,
It was very
Volga,
good.
it is your turn.
Volga is going to leap to the attack, still at advantage because the spell won't go away. So that's a 27 to hit.
I am going to activate the maneuver brace,
Okay.
and whenever you move into my range, I can expend a superiority die to make one attack against the creature using that weapon.
All right, make your attack. Let's see if it saves you in these trying times.
19 to hit.
That will hit. And now I need a DC 20 saving throw to not die.
Here we go.
And that is an 18 on the dice. So
So we're there.
26. We're how much time am I? Wait, you have hit points.
He has one hit point.
I have 1 hit point, so you're
Oh,
about to.
we're both duking out over 1 hit point.
Yeah, you guys are
Yep.
fighting over the 1 hit point.
I want the hit point today.
Oh, I think you might be about
Mom
to take
said it
it
was
if you're
my
Yeah, I
lucky.
think
turn
he's
with
about
the
to
hit
take it.
point.
Yeah, I hit with a 27 because Brace didn't stop me from that, right?
No.
Okay.
Ooh.
And 21 more damage. But I think it's kind of thematic that I'll roll a con save of 25 to see if the
Uh-huh.
shadow
Blasket.
moil makes me pass out too.
Just the amount of shadows in the space. Let's see.
I rolled a natural 20.
You run forward, Volga, and fully impale your side to get to this man on this sword as he braces in front of him to stop you. It does not. You impale and push through and take him to the ground. This was not a fight to the death.
Yep.
And
No, it
you
wasn't.
stand before an unconscious body.
Wow.
What's good? What do we do, Volga?
I think she screams and pulls the pike out of her, or the sword, and she drops to her knees for a hot second because she's only got 1 hit point, and eventually her rage fades, and she also gets a level of exhaustion, and I think she collapses in the ring, but with a smile on her face.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
Lays
Drag
on
me
the
back
ground,
to your cave with my
satisfied.
hair.
Yes! Do it!
And we don't know what everyone got out of that, but I'm sure everyone got something, as both of you are tended to, whether you like it or not, just to stop you from bleeding on things at the party.
Acolyte
Um,
Trebuchet has so many questions, you guys. Just so many questions.
is this
Yeah, and I think
all the time?
the after the fight it turns to like euphoria from exhaustion because
Mhm.
I've been fighting
Mhm.
at 1 HP for a hot minute
Yeah,
and I'm exhausted and now I'm healed to full but
but it is
still tired. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
All
believe it.
right.
That's a
What
lot.
a beautiful fight. You all see I'm very good at picking combatants.
Yes.
You all can
That
see I'm
was
very good at
super.
it.
That was so good.
A lot of thought went into this.
Mhm.
But with that, the party continues on. Energies palpable and what have you. More fights take place, and shocker, no shocker, Russ the Gold, Russ the Unkillable, is actively in combats.
Of course he
Sometimes
is.
rapid fire, sometimes not. On the second day, he goes fully without a fight. But on the third day, it picks back up
Mm.
again. Um,
Mm.
there is a bit of hot goss that all of you who are living get to pick up on. Um, from the beyond. Tell me the gossip.
Mhm.
um,
What's up?
Us.
there, um, it kind of resonates with you a bit, Volga. But there is rumor about that a hoity-toity nasty type had a second and was attempting to, do some intimidation with said second. Another person at this party approached, offered the second double the amount that this person was paying them, and said by next year they would have their own ticket. Either you can come over here and fight him, have those benefits, or you can go on your way. And it was a pretty quick choice that this second switched sides, challenged
Mm.
this man to combat, and wouldn't you believe it, not a single person stepped in to be their second. And
Who knew?
in a show of definite dignity, declines the combat and
Mm-hmm.
is not seen at the rest of the party for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
No longer interested in attending this year.
Hmm.
But
Funny.
just a fun bit of hot goss that
Ooh,
that hits y'all.
saucy.
Um, Meanwhile, Trebuchet, you have been working hard, talking to people at the party, telling them about your cause and looking for funding and being worshippers of Ivaldi and all of creation and creations. And you can even motion to yourself if so inclined during these statements. And some people intrigued, interested. At this time, though, nobody has like people have said, "Yeah, sure, of course," but nothing there's been no coin to be passed around. So, can you take people at their word? You'll have to see at the end of this if money comes your way. But
Mm-hmm.
you make your way around and give me an insight check.
All right. Insight. I can do that. If I can remember which screen I'm keeping my screen on. There we go. Insight, was it? What do we got? Oh. The curse. Nana Dice are not helping me tonight. That's a nat one.
There is a person
She's
who
going in dice jail.
absolutely wants to talk to you.
Uh-huh.
You think
Cool.
you have it in the bag going to talk to this person.
Okay. Awesome. Good. That's great news. Because honestly, it's a little difficult to know if I can trust anybody at this party. I mean, like,
Mm.
I've been outside of the temple maybe a couple times. This is an awful lot more humans than I'm strictly accustomed to interacting with who aren't, also acolytes of Evaldi, and, it's a little bit much. Culture shock, I think they call it.
You approach and you and your companion planned your spiel because you have
Yeah.
to.
No, yeah,
There's the only
we
way to
have
do
to.
it. As
Uh-huh.
you go to jump into it, it is an immediate like hand up, and you realize, stop. That is the symbol for stop. And
Okay.
your words kind of
Mm-hmm.
catch in your mouth. You are looking at a young woman wearing a mask of bone and coral that extends past the head into like large like florets of
Hmm.
coral, a dress in pastel pinks and blues with shells adorning her hair and her dress, looks to you and holds a hand in front of your face. You can see looking at her hand that her body is covered in scarring. It is light purple scarring, sort of wiggly in shape all over her body. She has brown hair, kind of wavy and down at her sides, and she holds a hand up to you. I'm sorry. Are you a sentient being?
Yes. Yes, I am.
As a sentient being, would you be offended if I thought that you were an abomination and should not exist?
Well, it is not a surprising point of view. I have heard it before. I've considered it, but have not found it very worthy of long consideration. I am what I am.
And that is a pity and not your fault. It is the fault of men in places of power, which they have recently been stripped from during the fall, which a blessing. Sadly, that blessing has not extended to you in your existence, and I apologize for that. I cannot stand here in worship of my lady and let you be. I am very sorry about that.
Are you saying you would like to challenge me to duel?
I would like to challenge you to a duel to the death. I would say until the last breath, but after watching, I have not felt any breeze upon my face. And either I will rid the world of whatever you are, and once again, that is not your fault, or I will know I was not strong enough to carry out my lady's mission.
Your conviction speaks strongly for you. I would only find it acceptable to accept your challenge, because I cannot accept that my God did not intend for me to be what I am, and what I am is me.
I understand. Truly. Your God is wrong. And she begins to walk to the circle.
I respectfully disagree.
And you follow, she is not a very tall woman. She's maybe 5'3", so it is
Mm.
definitely a
Yeah.
bit of a strange duo
Mm.
approaching um, as she makes her way over, and each of you take opposite sides of the circle. And you watch as the very nice, jaunty man at the entrance who took items that people wanted to store comes over, opens a little cubby hole in the air, and begins to pull out plate that looks to be made strictly of coral and bone. Um, and you watch as attendings who have been helping other people who are dressing begin to attach the armor to her body, and she produces a long staff that looks like a seashell of unnatural proportion. Like, to find this in the wild, what a gift. And keeping with that light pink and blue endeavor, she is also going to place a hand to her chest and from a necklace pull out a holy symbol, two X's, one each on top of each other, and take a deep breath. She's going to give herself a vigilant blessing, so she has advantage on the initiative. And then she looks upwards, and there's the smell of the sea. And it's as if spectral ocean begins to slowly form around her body, and creatures that linger within. Occasional fish, a jellyfish, but then something deep that hides below, just glances of it, an aura around her person. Is there anything you're doing to prepare?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm, also kind of familiarizing myself, so forgive me if I'm a little bit slow on the uptake, but, let's see. I make use of ba 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 ba. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Okay.
want to do, isn't
Golly
it? Okay.
gee. Okay. Does that require an action? No.
Well, you're doing this out of combat, so.
Right. Um, I think mostly I am talking tactics with Un, because we expected that dueling would be a part of this whole thing. So I'm rehearsing, the etiquette that we need to adhere
Mm-hmm.
to, and kind of keeping track of what all I've provided myself with.
This D6 in my view.
Don't really think that I've got very many like preparatory spells. I believe, if I'm remembering all my spells right, I don't. Most of them are like this happens this turn. Not really very many like
That's fine.
beforehand types of spells. So it's pretty much just talking shop with Un.
She is going to cast a spell, and you watch this aura around her where these creatures loom. They almost kind of solidify a bit and seem to have weight to them. They're still incorporeal, but they seem to now take weight. She is casting Spirit Guardians.
Ooh,
Let me.
interesting.
I'm gonna write down the damage so I can just be at the ready. Okay. With that, now fully armed, she's happy to step into the circle, this aura following her. Are you stepping in?
Ooh, I believe so. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I am.
Okay. Time to roll initiative.
All right.
I rolled with advantage. That's good, because that one's a 1.
Haha. Cool.
That is better.
I have a 12.
Okay. She is going first. And then you are Trib. Neat. Just one more thing about Spirit Guardians when they attack. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, guys. I'm also reading a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. I feel that.
Creatures, the affected creature, half speed, blah, blah, blah. Enters the area. Okay. Neat. She is going to go first, and she is just going to close the space. And you are pulled into that aura with her, and you feel these creatures now around you begin to like batter at your body. You feel that they have the intent to strike of their own accord.
Hmm.
And I mean, let's start off casual. We're a casual bitch.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hello, it's
I'm
me,
Acolyte
casual
Trebuchet.
bitch. Nice to meet you. I'm super casual bitch.
These things just materialized here. I'm assuming there are now additional combatants in our duel.
Are these cool? What's up? Um,
I'm
yeah,
just
let's
being
not think too
polite.
hard about this. And she is going to sort of rest her weapon on her shoulder and reach out a hand and try and touch you. She's going to do inflict wounds.
Hmm. Ouch.
28 to hit.
That does hit, in fact.
The damage is for D&D Beyond to figure out.
Hmm.
That will
True.
be 26 necrotic damage as she
Hot
reaches out
damn.
almost with a look of like, I'm so sorry, my apologies on her face, as pain ricochets through your body. However, your brain, your body, your core processes pain. And sorry, we're in the spellcaster fight. So now it's like, okay, and then um
We look through our infinity numbers of spells.
yeah, we're like, okay, go through it.
Oh,
And
wait.
that is
June says we have some. Oh, wait. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. I misread. Go ahead.
And that is the end of her turn as she strikes out at you. It is the top of your turn, which means I am going to need you to. I need this out of my way. Get out of my way, 26 damage. I need a wisdom saving throw.
I see. A wisdom saving throw, you say? Well, that is gonna be interesting. That
Oh,
is
the
a
dice are
16.
cruel.
A 16.
A 16, you're going to take 32 radiant damage.
32. Wow. That's
So,
a lot.
hey guys, you should only roll
Ow.
damage on D&D Beyond. Hey, we're not sponsored, but D&D Beyond for damage, am I right, boys? You may now take your turn.
Cool, thanks. Ouch. That was very painful. For what it's worth, pain seems like a fairly subjective sort of thing to feel, and thus rather indicative of, you know, sentience. Wouldn't you say?
Attack me, please.
As you wish. Um, so, Trebuchet, having been very much bludgeoned right out of the gate, was maybe considering not pulling out the 8th level spell slot right out of the gate, but this is becoming life or death. So, we're pulling out Cone of Cold at 8th level.
All right. Can you tell me what your Code of Cold looks like and what I need to roll Constitution?
Trebuchet holds their hands up in front of them, uh, generating a sort of cone like shape with their hands, and glyphs begin to glow inside of their hands between the joints. And it glows bright white, then turns blue, and draws in all the heat from around them into a concentrated burst as it shoots forward. I need a Constitution saving throw.
22 on the save.
It does save, in which
Takes
case.
half damage.
Half damage, sure is. That is, bum bum bum. 49 on the dice for damage.
49 divided by 2 equals.
24?
I 24.
24.
24. Okay. This hits her, and you watch like some of the spectral forms around her like react like water and begin to freeze. She's going to see if she can maintain concentration. 24. She needs to get a 12. Um, she does roll with advantage because we're all being faster here.
Hmm.
She succeeds. She maintains concentration on spirit guardians.
All right.
As cold, like, and it's like brushes her hair back, eyelashes covered in a light layer of frost. It looked rough. It looked painful. But she kind of holds her arm up and then like looks to you, and then seems content to continue on forwards.
Okay. If we continue, then we continue. What have I got here? Dut, 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 dut. Dut, dut, dut.
Do you have
I
any bonus
will.
actions?
I do. I need to find the dueling dock because I don't remember if flight is allowed or no.
No flight.
No flight. Okay. I mean, mm-mm. Then. No. I will attempt to. Hmm. No. Never mind. I'll call that good for right now. That's
Okay.
That's all I've got at the moment. I'm not. I would assume I would be taking attacks of opportunity from the spirit guardians if I move
You would get it from her.
from her because she is right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then she
Um,
would just go to your space. You know that
Yeah.
she's just going to pursue you.
Yeah. I don't feel very much like moving very much will help me in this case.
She takes one of her hands and brings it to the weapon next to her and you watch as like sort of an aura continues to flow over her skin, another bit of protection that begins to encompass her at the top of this round. You watched it explode from the ice, and it builds back up after.
Interesting.
And you watch as she takes some of that ice and digs her nails into it on her staff, and you watch as her blood gently covers the edges and then darkens and moves to the tip, which she brings forward and shoves a gentle touch against your chest. I
Oh
am going
boy.
to need a constitution saving throw.
A constitution
It's a
saving
love tap.
throw.
It's and you
Yeah.
heal.
Yeah. Damn, maybe she thinks I'm undead or something.
You can't destroy me. I'm alive.
That is a 14. Don't know if that's gonna do it.
Ooh.
It does not do it. As she casts
Ooh.
harm and places
Ooh.
it upon you, you take
Shit.
40 points of necrotic damage. Oops, I just rolled. My survival's a 15, if anyone cares. And she gains another. Uh, that would be max temp HP.
Trebuchet is unconscious.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh fuck! Hey guys. I'm just trying to keep us on time.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No, honestly, I'm
Uh,
here for it.
she looks to you, and you read in her eyes compassion and understanding and a vile disgust that tampers all of that down at every single thing that you are, what made you, the things that encompass you and animate you, a disgust. As the tip of the staff touches your chest, you power down immediately, hitting the ground. And she stands above you. Jillian, how do you want to do this? Um, um, there is going to be no hesitation as she steps back to the far side of the arena. I think it's only polite to give you a bookend. You were brought here with fire, and I shall end you with fire. A gift. And storm clouds swarm overhead, and a torrent of fire as many times as needed to take the light from your eyes takes place. And she leaves the arena casually after the walls go down, and she is assisted with the removal of her armor. And you all watch as there's a woman who has made her way to the front and has been watching this combat, has turned their focus to Un. And anybody close by could hear conversations occurring, deals being struck, any funding you need, if you give me that. And Un, in a bit of a predicament, reeling from the loss of a friend and companion, and um, knowing that what else could they do, agrees. And funding will be provided for the worshippers of Vivaldi. You don't know that at the time, but if you did, you would feel however you feel about it. And this woman, in a bit of an excited energy to her, which kind of pumps up from none at all originally in the conversation and the watching of this duel, swiftly makes her way away from the arena. And about 10 seconds later, you hear, "I'm gonna kill you, you stupid fucking bitch," is what you hear after that, as the woman pushes forward, too focused in on a beautiful new find. And that is where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all for
Mm.
being here. Um, Winners take a point of inspiration. Uh,
Thanks. I
And
mean, like, I did fulfill my mission. I got funding for my temple.
You did.
I'm the
You
real
did
winner
exactly what
here.
you set out to do.
I did.
Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. Next week we'll get right back to it, but this was just to give
Oh.
us some fun party context that I'm sure some people appreciated and understood, while others are like, cool, punch each other some more. So next week we'll get back into the plot. If you'd like to actually look at that plot, you can head over to youtube.com/the dice cult and watch all past episodes of On the Backs of Gods, other one-shots, D&D games, Vampire the Masquerade, whatever you're looking for. If you want to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to keep up with all of us, we are at the Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter. Once again, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. We will be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, cultists. Thanks for joining us for the slaughter.
what a slaughter it was.